Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Cuppa And Debrief for this week. Wow.
Hi, guys.
It's Sunday. And I'm here by myself. I was just telling Steph. It's so weird. It's so quiet. And everyone assumes that I'm enjoying the peace and quiet and being a lady of leisure when I'm actually using the time to clean my bathroom and get ahead with all those jobs for the week.
Good of you. I would have been had that intention, but probably be in bed. I'm going to be real.
I did sleep in till 6:30, which is a sleep in for me. And then I enjoyed a cup of coffee and a peppermint tea in front of a new Netflix show that I'm watching that my bestie referred to me. But there was I'm actually really grateful. There was only one episode left till then I caught up. So there is no more until they release the next one. So it made me, I can't watch anymore. Might as well get up and do
it. Like a finishing point.
It's a weird show. It's called Snowpiercer.
You like weird stuff.
Yeah. It's about a train. So the world is frozen over, from all the damage that us humans have done to the world.
Yeah.
And so there's this train that has 1,001 carriages, and they're the only people that can live because everyone else has died because it's so cold. But it's like this whole world on the train. It's very strange. But now I'm glued to it.
So there's no goblins and witchcraft.
No, it's just humans are the monsters because humans can be monsters, really, can't they?
I can get on board with that.
Yeah, you might like it. It took me a couple episodes to get in, but I like it now. Hey, Michelle. All right. Well, let's get into Cuppa and Debrief. Now we've talked a bit of crap first thing in the morning.
I forgot we were on Cuppa and Debrief for a minute.
So today's call, if you haven't been on, is interactive. So what we do is we go through a 3-step process about our week. And the idea with this is that it allows us to look at what we've done well, look at some things we can improve upon, and then find that place of gratitude. Because if we can find gratitude even in the tough stuff, it certainly makes for a happier life and better well-being for all. So we start with something that we've done well. So what's something that you've done well this week, Steph?
I've been super productive this week. I've got the list, my to-do it notepad that I got from Officeworks, right? And every day, as well as having the stuff in my phone, I'm tick, tick, tick. And it feels so good to tick the stuff off. And I did it meticulously this week.
Good job.
Yeah, but we'll move on to the things we can improve, and that's balance. So, but yeah, I got lots done. So that was good.
Tanya's really reduced the junk food she's eaten, especially chocolate. Well done.
Excellent.
That was one of yours from last week, I think, Tanya.
You're awesome, Mama Corn.
So this week, I made a big, scary decision to register for a uni course.
Yeah.
Sort of freaking me out a little bit because I don't know where it's going to fit, but I'll make it happen. I feel like I've just jumped off a cliff and I'm in the air going like this.
I did have to ask. I was so will you be continuing doing all of your million things in your life? I've got a plan. No, you'll be able to do it. You'll be amazing.
Yeah, I think I'll be right. It's only it's short, so I can see. It's almost like I can see the finish line from the start line. It's like a sprint. And I'm it's all right. I can cope with that for this short period of time. So Tanya successfully got rid of the dummy. Well done. I think I read your post about that last week. That's awesome news. There was some really great ideas on that post. My kids never had a dummy, so I couldn't offer anything, but I really loved reading everybody's strategies.
Yeah.
Did you see that post?
Yeah, I loved it because Emmy used to be obsessed with hers. We tried cutting it. We tried doing all the stuff, and it was just I ended up just going, I just don't care. If she's 6 years old walking around with a dummy in her mouth, I give up. And she just let go of it eventually. But it's so great that you've had success with that. And there were so many beautiful comments, so many awesome.
I know. I've been loving all the support posts this week. Sometimes you guys probably don't realize, but me and Steph sit back some days and we just go, oh my God, this is what we envisioned, and we're so proud of you all.
Seriously.
Michelle's actually given up Coca-Cola. It's been 4 weeks, but still maintaining it. That is wonderful news. I love how she specifies Coca-Cola, just in case anyone might think something different if you said Coke, Michelle.
Yes. I remember you talking about that at the Zen Me
Yep.
class. Yep. So that's great.
We'll make sure there's no Coca-Cola at the retreat, Michelle.
Yes.
Tanya's cheering me on. Thank you. I'm really excited about it, actually. Like, it's a specialist graduate certificate in specialist inclusive education. So I know we have so many discussions in the page about school and, you know, kids with special needs not getting what they need. I'm like, well, if I really want to make some changes, I should probably try and do it from the inside. So
100%.
if I get a bit of inside info on it, then I can give better advice. Linda managed to not lose her shit when her daughter was having a meltdown most of the time. Good job. That's actually a big one. Being able to take a breath and, like, come from a different space. Thanks, Michelle. It's not done yet. It's a productive thought. I don't know if I'm insane or not, but we'll give it a good crack anyway.
It'll be really good.
What else have I done well this week? I did a couple of teaching days, and one of the days I was in support, and I had some really good ideas whilst I was there, and how to help the kids learn. It's so weird so Imogen School is a specialist autism school. The school I teach at is a high school that doesn't have specialist classes, and they have so many different needs in one classroom, and then they give you a lesson and you're like, well, how does that fit for all of these kids? Yeah. And I was like, well, maybe I could try this, or maybe I wonder if they've got that. And I had all these, like, little light bulbs going off, and I was like I feel like I could get in there and, like, make a difference for them, which is cool. So I actually really enjoyed that, because I haven't really enjoyed going back to casual teaching, to be completely honest with you.
But you're the perfect person for that role, because you know, obviously having Imi, you know, like, what it's like day to day and her needs. So you're able to come up with ideas, and you're an ideas woman generally. So, yeah. I
did my best. So I think even just acknowledging that there's a skill set there, and we all have those. So it's like, when do we slow down enough to like listen to those little ideas that pop up, because it's so important. It's like the book we tell our peeps to read, that 5-second rule. So it's like you get the concept of the book is you get an instinct or a moment where you think, oh, that would be really cool. But within 5 seconds, your brain starts justifying why you shouldn't do it, or, you know, and it stops you from taking action. So I think listening to those little light bulbs is a really important skill as well.
100%.
Megan is with Linda. She didn't lose hers when her son wouldn't go out with the carer yesterday, because I wasn't going. He lost it. Separation anxiety. It's horrendous. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I've never actually had that with Emmy. She actually doesn't care when I'm not there, so it makes I go away on a holiday and I come back and I'm like, hello, and she's like, mum's there, whatever. But I can imagine it's really, really hard. Oh, Megan, that is tough. And you know what? Some days maybe it's just there's other things on their mind, or there's other things that are making them feel uneasy, and you're their safe person, right? And that's maybe where that come from yesterday.
Yeah.
We adapted well yesterday because unfortunately Alicia was a bit under the weather and couldn't come and do her shift with Imi, which Imi doesn't really cope well with those changes in routine, and that will come up in my things I could improve upon. But we had a little family outing to the shops, and we all kept our cool, and that was a really good win for us, because it can be tricky taking her out. What else have we done well?
Keeping your cool is such a massive skill. I don't always do it, obviously, none of us do, but I learnt quite early on that when I let myself, my emotions take over, that emotional hangover would last with me. I felt physically drained, emotionally, mentally drained for days, sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes I needed the release, and that's how it came up. But I got to the point where I'm like, I'm sick of feeling like emotionally hungover all the time. Like it just began to run into each other. And then when I made that decision to try and just like create that space, oh my God, game changer. It's like it take control back a little bit where possible. So it's pretty cool.
Tanya said she's lucky her kids don't have separation anxiety, and she knows how lucky she is. Yeah, it's like it's just everyone's got different stuff, don't they?
Yeah. And all people, kids are different. Like I know my girls are fine going like to places that they know. So like my mum and dad's or their school, it's usually pretty good. But like anything external to that, like unless I'm there, it's really hard. It's, for both of them actually, they're both but they're both little as well. So
yeah,
who knows?
All right. So something we can improve upon is step number 2. If you're just joining us, jump on and tell us something you've done well. And we're then for everyone else who's watching, we're on to something we could improve upon. Max's new teacher asked a friend of mine if I had breathing issues. My friend was like, no, that's just taking a deep breath. Yeah.
That's great though. Like putting it in. Yes.
Absolutely. Practicing those deep breaths before responding is a skill in itself.
100%.
All right, so something I can improve upon. Well, Emmy had quite a long moment yesterday because she was a bit out of sorts, and I wound myself up like those clocks, and I was just like, I could feel, that feeling in your chest where it's just like I could feel getting tight, and I was like snappy, and I was like, and it made me think of the funny that Amanda posted about, do you sometimes listen to your advice and then think you're advising yourself or something like that? It was one of those things, and I could hear my own voice going, you don't have to fix this. It's okay. Just let her be. And I had to remind myself, but it took me half an hour of feeling like that tension and, that I hate that feeling. I really dislike it. And I'm like, well, you don't have to feel like this.
Yeah, and you have those voices in your head. There's one that side, and you're just like, and it's like finding how you can just like calm yourself in your own head to take control of both of them. It's really interesting to tune in.
And I know all the stuff, like I know the things, but I still sometimes default back to that it's like an unconscious reaction. But when you can consciously go, okay, hold on, she's not doing this to me to be horrible. She's just having a moment, and I don't actually have to fix it. I can let her have a moment, because I was like, do you want a bath? Do you want this? Do you want that? And then me doing that actually made the situation worse, because it's like she doesn't know what she wants, and I'm like, do you want that? And I'm like, okay, just stop. Just let her be. And she started de-escalating on her own. She actually didn't need me in that situation. She needed me to be around, but not trying to fix it.
We do that all the time. Like Dave and I will be together trying to fix it, and we're like, do you want an ice cream? Do you want shoes? Do you want this? And like she'll be getting more and more angry with every suggestion. But she needs us there. And if we just like be quiet and just like not let it get to us so that we're snapping back, it de-escalates so much quicker.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing when you know that.
Michelle's just told us that we're actually live on our page, not on but that's all right. Everyone can get an insight of what we do on Cuppa and Debrief. So this is usually in our group. Actually, I've lost you. Where are you?
No.
I can hear you. I just can't see us.
Me?
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, there you are. Yeah, that's all good. Everyone can get an insight into what we do. So we do this Cuppa and Debrief once a week in our group, and it's just a way for us to unpack the week that was. Tanya Sacco still needs to find ways to be more productive and to get everything fitting into the week. She's a little too focused on doing the stuff she likes better. We did talk about strategies for that.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a visitor.
No, little gremlin. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello, beautiful. Oh, look at your teeth. Or lack of teeth. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Tanya Wallace would like to find time for her. Being a single mum of 4 is a struggle to juggle time. It sure is. And that, I suppose, that comes down to really good time management, but also priorities. And when you're making time, it's not even about taking time. It's like sometimes we have to create the time, don't we?
Absolutely.
Linda, it's taken 14 years to learn to stay calm and just give her the gift of her peace.
Yeah.
It's the anchor she needs. I need to find a plan. Can't get her daughter to school and literally doesn't know what to do with her. I know Linda's been having a tricky time at the moment.
Yeah, so hard.
I think even it's sometimes just a process of turning over the stones to see what's the right, like seeing if the answer's underneath. And sometimes it's a process of just what works for one person doesn't work for another person, and we just have to keep trying different strategies.
Absolutely.
Yeah, holding space for them. That's actually the phrase I was looking for, Michelle. Yeah, not trying to fix it. And I think being mums, we do feel like it's our job to fix it, like that we're supposed to fix things for them. But sometimes that's what we're doing isn't actually getting them closer to fixing it. And I feel like Emmy needs space often just to work through it herself. And that's a lesson she's going to learn. And she has to learn that with me holding space, but just not trying to do it for her. I think there's a big part of us that often wants to try make it easier for them. Well, we can do this for them, but some things you can't.
And I think that goes for any parent, right? So like neurotypical kids, whatever, just learning, or even in relationships, like holding space for someone, knowing you don't need to fix everything. Like it's a heavy responsibility to hold on your shoulders. And once you give yourself permission to just be there, that's enough. So it's quite a powerful realization when you have it.
Yeah. We did this in a personal development course I did once where like there was someone getting really upset, and the facilitator actually said, like, don't go and touch them. Don't go and like try and just say, just be there. Just let them be, because sometimes we actually have to go through the process or, to get to where we need to get to. Yeah. But again, it's not about fixing. It's about supporting and allowing them to move through what they need to move through.
Definitely.
Time management seems to be the theme this week.
Well, some weeks we do it better than others, right? I had a good one this week, not so good last week, so we'll see how we go.
I'm going to use some of my time this morning to set myself up for the week, I think. I feel so much better when I have a plan for the week, because once the week starts, I feel like, when like, okay, ready, set, go. And I'm running. I don't have time on the fly to plan. But if I plan during the week, I'm so much more productive in those little pockets of time between things.
Definitely. And the thing as well, like yesterday, we're very fortunate. My parents have been on like a Friday night for a sleepover. We go over and have dinner. We put them to bed, and then we pick them up the next morning. It's just been really nice. But yesterday, Dave and I went out to the markets at Flemington. Got all of our fresh fruit and veg, like really ridiculously well priced as well, like it's crazy. Went there, then did like a massive shop for all our proteins and stuff. So we have like a fridge full of food.
Healthy stuff, yeah.
Stuff, like we're all set up. Like hopefully this afternoon go through and just set up my week, figure out what I need to do on my checklist, and it just psychologically makes you feel so much better when you've got it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you don't feel like you're chasing your tail all week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michelle would like to improve on space for herself. It appears I've forgotten how to fun, and it seems like I'm being serious all the time. We are writing our happiness project currently, and I just did a video about injecting silliness and fun into your life and the difference that can make to your overall happiness. It's so important.
Yeah. Well, it's just like the science behind it, which you love. You go into that within the happiness project, and it's amazing how much like laughter can change how you feel in your body. Like,
it literally does change the chemical stuff in your body. Like I don't know, I'm not going to get into the science on a Sunday, but you do know that I love science.
Oh no. What have I done?
Don't encourage me, Steph.
No, open up that can of worms.
That's all right. I'm not going to go into it right now. All right. So anything else that people would like to improve upon? I'm going to do a live this week in the Connect page about time management because I'm a bit of a time management ninja.
I would like some balance this week. So it's my birthday on Thursday. And so it's going to be good. And then like Dave and I just want to go somewhere really nice for lunch, maybe up the coast, even do like a little winter beach dip because I love that so much. Like I love being near the ocean even when it's freezing. Do that and just have a bit of like self-care time or just some time with my people because I've been really on this week. Just got to find the balance.
Yeah. It's like I know, have we talked about this before where I don't know if balance is the right, I don't know if there is balance. It's almost like counterbalancing, off balance and counterbalance. So like, but look how happy being productive this week made you, right? But then you're feeling that it's tipping too far, so then it's like counterbalancing a little bit. So it's we're never going to be like that. But it's a bit like this. And can we keep it like from crushing down one way?
Oh, she's a princess. A princess gown now.
I can't see her.
Oh, look, ready?
Oh, wow.
Cape on. All right. Is this what you're wearing to the play?
Oh, it's Michelle's birthday on Friday. Michelle Hogan's birthday. Nice. Linda agrees with time management as well. Well, I will do a time management video in our Connect group this week, I promise. All right. So last part is gratitude. So what is something that you're grateful for this week? It can be big, it can be small, like just this creating this vision, or not even a vision, like a culture in yourself of noticing things that you can be grateful for. And it's like you train your brain. So, okay, do an experiment. Have you ever read, what's the book called? I can't think of it now. It'll come to me when I'm not thinking of it. But basically you do E Squared by Pam Grout. It's a bit woo-woo, but it's actually about energetically but with your brain, how you notice certain things. So she talks about this Volkswagen Jetta principle, and basically your brain will identify things that you see as important. So usually what our brain does is it's scanning, looking for things that are going to hurt us because it wants to keep us safe, right? That's like our primal protective mechanism. But we can train our brains to focus on certain things. So she asks people to do an experiment in this book where you start to look for a certain color car that you know is really rare. And then every time, like I did it, I looked for like a beige, whatever, like just beige colored cars. I saw them everywhere, everywhere. And I would never have noticed them before. Yeah. And it's not a common color, right? So it's like, if you can start training your brain, instead of looking for all the stuff that's wrong or that's going to hurt you, that the news and media constantly want us to focus on, what if you start focusing on all the things you're grateful for? Like, what if you look for, what can I be grateful for right now? Like, I've got beautiful sunshine coming in the window right in front of me. Yeah. So pretty. Like, I could be grateful for that. Be grateful for the aircon that's blowing on my head so I'm not cold today. You know, there's so many things just right in this moment. Let's have a look through the comments. Tanya's grateful for her son and his IT expertise. So grateful to have it on tap when she needs it. I need one of them. Actually, I do. I've got Steph. He's my wizard.
Wizard.
Linda loves the positive mindfulness stuff. And Linda got some baby goats this week, and they are so cute. I've been watching them. They're so gorgeous. But are they like puppies, Linda? I feel like they're almost like puppies running around.
Or a little piglet.
There's a few comments further back up, Steph, that we've missed. So Miranda would like to find more time for her other children in amongst the chaos, to do some fun things with them. It's a tricky, I don't want to say balance because we just talked about word, but it is. It's almost like that balance, counterbalance with siblings and trying to share the love, isn't it?
It's really hard.
Shana's body is telling her she needs to look after herself, and it's telling her to slow down. So she'd like to listen
It's
to
good
that.
that you're
Yeah, we're noticing it's the first step, right? Karina's feeling the exact same way as Michelle.
Yeah. You want to say hello?
Hello, Charlie.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good. She's getting like literally undressed.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Michelle's grateful. Oh, she went to a kinesiologist appointment yesterday. Interesting experience. Very good.
I want to hear all about it.
We'll have to fill us in on one of our catch-up calls, Michelle.
Good.
Shana's been grateful for movies on Foxtel for the kids on these colder days. I agree. Yeah, Linda says that the goats are like dogs. They wag their tails and everything. I heard they're really smart too, goats. Michelle Campbell's grateful for having her husband still able to work from home at the moment, having extra support there every day. I've actually really enjoyed that about the whole COVID situation as well. Hey, Trude. I'm grateful. It was Richie's birthday yesterday, and even though he worked in the morning, we had a nice dinner out just at the local pub last night, and I had a few laughs. Won some money on Keno, which is always good.
And that's good.
Twice.
Really?
6 out of 7 numbers on Keno twice.
I love Keno. I think it's great. Like I don't often obviously bet on Keno, but when I do, like it's always such a laugh.
We never go out, so when we go, it's like, we played all night on $10. Like, cool.
Yeah.
That's good. So I'm grateful for Keno. Keno winnings, paid for dinner.
Yeah. Well, that's always good. What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for our Thrive Tribe team who are just like, oh my God.
Next level.
Amanda Kenny, Tanya Sacco are just like, you girls are awesome. And we're so appreciative of you. I think you
Very
should.
exciting stuff happening in our Thrive Tribe world at the moment. We could probably almost tell them.
Can we? I think
we can. Tell you?
Oh, okay. We've got violins here. She can't see it. There we go. She's got a toy violin.
That's cute.
Go downstairs.
Oh, Trude put a name down for a PT. Good job, Trude.
Excellent. That's so good. So are we announcing?
I don't know.
Maybe at the end.
I don't want to hear. Maybe we'll tell them another time.
Yeah. We'll keep it secret squirrels until then.
Mm-hmm. Well, we do have our happiness project launching tomorrow. Linda's like, go on, tell us. So happiness project launches tomorrow. I'm really excited about this project. I've never written anything like it where you just focus on being happier.
Yes.
And there's actually so many things.
Yes. It was actually hard to find like the content under those topics. There's so much that we could go into. So it's going to be a good one. I'm really excited.
It is.
What's this? Michelle.
Grateful for a friend who saw a magazine and thought of me, so bought it and brought it to my work to give to me. It's such a beautiful surprise and had me in happy tears. Oh, that's beautiful. Don't you love those little random acts of kindness?
Beautiful.
Creep it last time. Did leave the door open. Any other gratitudes? Yes, Tanya, we can all do with more happy. I've been happier writing it.
Yeah. Ooh, I've got another gratitude. We're going on a play date this afternoon, both girls, with 2 little girls from the girls' school. And they're sisters. They're a year apart. And Charlie loves like the younger girl. Like she's just really kind and sweet. And she left like with not much notice. Like she went to another preschool. And Charlie hasn't seen her in ages. And I was like, would you like to go see her today? And showed her a picture and she was like, yeah, she's so excited.
That's so good.
And their parents are really lovely. So we don't often get that opportunity like with Charlie. So yeah, so it's really nice.
I'm grateful for my dad. He took Emmy out yesterday afternoon after we took her out.
He's a legend.
They didn't get home till 20 to 6 last night because they did all Emmy's favourite things. Apparently they went to Aldi. She loves to shop, this girl. Then they went and sat down at a cafe and had hot chips and stuff. And then she wanted to go to the park, but next to the park is Food Works, and she would get to shop again. And then went to the park, and then Dad thought, oh, good, we're going to go home. But Dad had said to her they were going to go feed the ducks, and she goes, oh, my ducks. So then they had to go and feed the ducks. She did all her favourite things. She just loved it. And we had a big win actually yesterday. We went to Target, and she wanted to buy this Pick Me Pop big thing, but she usually wants 3 things. That's her thing. And I was like, you are not getting that and getting other things. So you either get that one thing or you can get 3 things. And she picked it up and she walked out and didn't even try and get anything else.
Yeah.
It was a big win. Like, it was like
huge.
Yeah, it was really good.
Amazing.
All right. Well, thanks, Linda.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's so special. So it's good.
So what's happening in the Thrive Tribe world this week? So we've got, as I said, Happiness Project starting tomorrow. If you want to register, you still can. Check out the link on our page. We have on Thursday, we've got part 2 of our NDIS workshop, or Essentials Information thing. That got really, we don't want to call it workshop because it means work, but it is good. Like, it's awesome to develop skills and knowledge. We had such good feedback from this week from people who had actually been to other sessions and said that they got so much out of our online session. So they're free. Please jump on it. Thursday at 12. What else do we have going on?
Wednesday we have the Flip It session.
On Wednesday.
On the Connect page. And Tanya is hosting that. So it's 2 p.m. on Wednesday. So
2 p.m. on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's just like a free catch-up, half an hour if you're having a bit of a rough week, just a way to flip it around. And,
Friday night we have our social little connect.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, our Premier members are getting a special treat. We haven't run one before. It's like a little online shindig that we're running for them, and they're getting some special gifts in the mail. So, Premier members, keep your eyes peeled. Oh, and Amanda, how can we forget those? Nepean River Walk on Tuesdays and Thursdays with Amanda. They meet outside the coffee club on Nepean River at 9:30. So if you want to go, though, please RSVP on the post in our Connect group, because COVID restrictions, actually, they might have changed this week. Have they changed? Can you have 20 outdoors now?
I have to keep up. I can't keep up anymore.
Just RSVP so Amanda knows that you're coming, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to go and continue cleaning my bathroom because I'm here by myself. And what else would I do? I may sit down and relax a little bit before everyone.
Oh, my God. I'm jealous. I'm about to go to IKEA.
Oh, wow. Are you excited or like?
Excited. There'll be hot dogs. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Hannah said yes, 20. Okay, so that's good. Plenty of space at the Riverwalk if you want to head down there.
Awesome.
All right. Have a wonderful day, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.